Welcome back, flight crew. Norwegian Epic is one of Norwegian Cruise Line's most unique ships and also one of the most misunderstood. She carries around 4,000 passengers, sails the Mediterranean and Caribbean, and has a layout that gets a lot of criticism online. But after sailing her ourselves, here's our honest take. The reviews are not as bad as they seem, and there's a lot about this ship that genuinely surprised us. In this ship tour, we're going deck by deck, covering every major public area, the dining options, the pool deck, the entertainment spaces, and the hidden spots that most people walk right past. And if you find this video helpful or you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything we have coming your way from this incredible Mediterranean sailing.
Good morning and welcome to our deck tour of Norwegian Epic. We are on a Mediterranean cruise and I'm going to take you deck by deck and show you everything this ship has to offer.
Starting on deck 5, this is where you'll find the two main complimentary dining rooms. The first is Taste, which is a beautiful room, well designed. One thing worth knowing before you book though, the casino sits directly next to it, so during service hours, you will hear the slot machines. It's not a deal breaker, but if you're sensitive to noise, keep that in mind when you're requesting a table.
The casino is right there, so you can often hear the dings of the machines, people screaming, but it gets loud in here during service time.
The main atrium is here on deck 5 as well. This is where you'll find guest services, the excursions desk, and a Starbucks. On sea days, it gets pretty crowded pretty fast, especially around the internet help desk, so build that into your expectations. Also on deck 5 is Le Bistro, Norwegian's French specialty restaurant. We ate here on the first night and it was absolutely delicious. The room is stunning, the food was outstanding, and it's one we'd book again without hesitation.
And walking out of there, you've got the old school internet cafe, you've got the photo area. They're selling more specialty dining right here at that table. There's the forward elevators. We are already on the front of the ship, so this is not a big ship. It's an older ship. It's an oldie but a goodie. Art auction info. You know, Stevie loves to go to these art auctions just to get free champagne. Even though he has the beverage package, he's just a complete goofball.
One practical note about the Epic's layout that comes up a lot in the reviews, some decks don't connect all the way through, so you occasionally have to go up to come back down. It's a real feature of this ship, but it's worth saying that this isn't unique to Norwegian Epic. We've run into the same thing on Carnival ships, on MSC World America, on Royal Caribbean's Oasis class ships. It's not as disorienting as some of the reviews make it sound. Heading up to deck 6, and this is where the ship really opens up. At the forward end, you've got the Epic Theater, which is Norwegian's main showroom. This is where the headline entertainment runs each night, so check the daily schedule early because it definitely fills up. Right near the theater is the Spiegel Tent, which is a flexible entertainment space that hosts everything from karaoke to games to special events. It's definitely worth checking the daily schedule because the programming rotates and it's easy to walk past without realizing what's happening in there. Also forward on deck 6 is Howl at the Moon, which is Norwegian's dueling piano bar that doubles as the comedy club. One room, 2 functions, it gets loud and it gets packed, which is exactly the point. Midship on deck 6 is O'Sheehan's Bar and Grill, and this is one of the most useful spots on the entire ship. It's open 24 hours, and after most venues close for the night, O'Sheehan's is still serving wings, nachos, and comfort food. If you're a night out or you miss dinner, this is definitely your spot. There's also a bowling alley attached. Ours happened to be broken on our sailing, but on a working day, it's definitely a fun option.
Stevie knows all the bartenders very well. He's gotten his hookups.
The gaming area here has darts, skee ball, pinball, basketball. It runs about $2 to $3 a game, so definitely not cheap, but it's a great space. And the big screen in this section is genuinely impressive for live events. We happened to be sailing during the World Cup finals and they showed it everywhere. The main theater, every bar, and on this big screen. The whole area was completely packed.
And the casino's broken up into 2 halves. First half of the casino over here.
Now here's one detail that catches a lot of people off guard. Between decks 5 and 6 midship, there are escalators. You don't see that on very many cruise ships. The backstory is that this section was originally designed as a service corridor for the kitchen staff, but when the layout was redesigned, the escalators ended up right in the middle of the ship, which is a unique quirk of the Epic. The casino wraps around the atrium circle and takes up a significant portion of deck 6.
And this is the restaurant we were at below, where you can hear all the noise from the gambling. I've been pretty lucky at roulette. Haven't lost any money there yet. It's never the goal, but it's the usual.
It's a good sized casino, table games, slots, and it stays super busy on sea days. Also on deck 6 is Shanghai's, Norwegian's Chinese restaurant and noodle bar. The restaurant side is an upcharge, but there's also a complimentary noodle bar option, and the room itself is absolutely beautiful. Tucked into the back of Deck 6 is the Cavern Club, a Beatles tribute venue modeled after the original Liverpool location. There's a bar inside, ocean views, and live Beatles tribute performances. It's one of the more unique entertainment concepts we've ever seen on any ship. And rounding out Deck 6 is the Manhattan Room, the second complimentary dining option and the larger of the two.
And they have live music in here, really, really nice touch.
Noticeably bigger than Taste with a different atmosphere, definitely worth trying both.
One thing I want to point out, on this smaller ship, Stevie needed my help at guest services. He waited in a very long line, and I was all the way forward on Deck 7, and he needed me to come down immediately because he had to sign something. So the fact that it's a small ship, I was down to him in less than probably a minute and a half. So I just hightailed it down the steps, walked halfway, and bingo, I was there. So small ships can be great sometimes for things like that. The front of Deck 7, as soon as you climb the stairs from the front of Deck 6, you've got meeting rooms. That's where they're doing the art auction today. I will say there's cleaners everywhere. They're keeping the ship immaculate. This is where the shopping is.
Deck 7 is primarily shopping and specialty dining. The retail stores carry your usual cruise ship mix, watches, jewelry, clothing, souvenirs.
Stevie said no.
They tend to be closed when the ship is in port, so if you want to browse, plan for a sea day or an evening.
This is where all the sweatshirts are, and t-shirts and hats. I found something for Stevie. Let's try it on. There's the captain. What do you think?
No, I don't need it.
Maybe you could wear that on the airplane.
I think they'd frown upon that.
I don't know, maybe a bucket hat, but that's child size.
It's okay. I'm a child.
You definitely are.
Oh, look, toys.
You want some toys?
What do you think? Is this me?
Absolutely not. Oh, yes. There's an outfit. I wouldn't miss you in a crowd, that's for sure. You look like a highlighter. All right, come on, Piano Man.
Also on Deck 7 is the Sky Ice Bar, a cold room concept where you pay a cover or purchase drinks inside. It's a cool idea if that sounds fun to you. We have the drink package and we skipped it, but visually it's a really striking feature.
You are not dressed warm enough. I think they give you clothes. Oh, look, Stevie found another bar. Is it drink o'clock already? Look, Stevie, a piano. Are you going to play and sing? He is a really good piano player and singer. He's really good.
3 balls of fire.
That's his go-to. That's Shaker's Martini and Champagne Bar.
Wasabi is here too, which is where you can get sushi and hibachi, another specialty dining option. We didn't book this one this sailing, but it smelled absolutely incredible walking past it.
All right, Smith, what's next?
She got
The peanut bar. He comes down here every day and they give him peanuts. So it's the peanut bar. I'm sure it has a different name, but Stevie calls it the peanut bar. It's not even just peanuts. It's like peanuts, crackers,
They're really good.
pretzels.
I bought some up.
He did smuggle some. Of course, he knows this bartender too very well. He knows them all. I don't think there's a bar you can go to where they don't say, hey, Stevie, taking a rest at your favorite stop.
Feels like home.
A lot of sitting areas, which is nice. Reading is your theme. There's a lot of quiet spots. A lot of Pringles in here. I've seen Pringles everywhere. I think that must be a thing in the touristy spots. Mostly all snacks in here. And toiletries if you forgot any. Look, toys.
And just a small detail worth knowing, there is a barbershop on Deck 7. Not something you'd expect to find on a cruise ship, but it's most definitely there.
Stevie needs a shave. We should send you.
At the back of Deck 7, you've got two of Norwegian's most well-known specialty restaurants side by side, Moderno, the Brazilian steakhouse, and Cagney Steakhouse. We ate at both.
And what did Stevie order?
What?
Of course, medium rare.
Moderno is the classic all-you-can-eat Brazilian steakhouse experience. They keep bringing the meat until you wave the flag. Cagney's was outstanding. Both are worth booking early because they do fill up fast.
There's no air conditioning in the elevators.
Up on Deck 14 in the back of the ship is the fitness center. For a smaller, older ship, the gym is genuinely solid. Good equipment and you get ocean views while you're working out. We were here every morning. The spa and the therapy pool are also on Deck 14. We weren't able to film those during our little tour because it was at capacity, but we do have footage from our full Norwegian Epic cruise vlog, so make sure you're subscribed because that's coming very soon.
And while you're in the spa, you've got to look at the things that are for sale too. I sit down here every morning after I work out, and I personally use this for my face.
No, you don't.
For 3 months, you can have wrinkle-free face if you use this product.
The pool deck spans deck 15, and the first thing worth knowing is that it's split into two very different experiences. The back of the ship is Spice H2O, the adults only area. It's smaller, quieter, and on a full sailing, it genuinely feels like a different ship. There's a pool, hot tubs, restrooms, a bar, and a small food offering at lunchtime. It's a mini buffet that's a smart alternative when the main buffet is super packed. The main pool area in the middle of deck 15 tells a very different story. On a sea day, it's crowded, the chairs go really fast, the pools are small for the number of passengers, and the hot tubs fill up very quickly. Chair saving is definitely a thing here, so get up early or you're just gonna have to accept the fact that you'll be hunting for a chair. The activity features up on deck are solid though. 2 water slides, including the Epic signature bowl slide, a rock climbing wall, splash areas for the littles, and a pop-up bar mid-deck. There's also a little play tube section that younger kids absolutely love.
We would never get Finn out of the splash area. Really good for the little ones.
It's true, my 3-year-old son would never get off of this slide. One honest critique, deck 16 above the pool feels like wasted space. There's pickleball, which is great, but the square footage up there could have been so much more. Mini golf, ping pong, more activities. It's also only accessible one way in and one way out, which makes it feel a little more isolated than it should. Garden Cafe is the main buffet at the front of deck 15, and it runs the full width of the ship, 2 mirrored sides, each with the same layout. Breads and desserts on one end, entrees and salad bar in the middle, hot food and pizza toward the other end. The hard scoop ice cream station is a really nice touch. You don't see that included on many ships. Usually it's just soft serve that's included, so this is really nice.
This gets extremely crowded at breakfast. We had a hard time getting a table and it was just like fireworks letting out. There's a drink station back here and Stevie got a pineapple. Funny story is he used to hate pineapple, now he loves it. It's a huge seating area. There's a lot of space, but it gets taken up quickly. I love the views back here.
One little tip, breakfast is chaotic. The buffet gets absolutely packed. If you want to avoid it, Spice H2O does a small outdoor setup at lunchtime, and there's additional seating 1 deck below in La Cocina that a lot of people don't know about, accessible from the back staircase inside the buffet. Just before you step outside onto the pool deck, there's the arcade. This is Stevie's happy place, but fair warning, it's not cheap. There's an unlimited cruise package for around $225, but the arcade itself is on the smaller side, so definitely factor that in before you commit. Deck 17 is the Haven, Norwegian's ship within a ship experience. A private pool, 2 hot tubs, a dedicated restaurant, a bar, and a courtyard surrounded by Haven cabins. It's a completely different atmosphere from the rest of the ship. We are not in the Haven tax bracket on this sailing, but we walked through and the space is genuinely so beautiful. So if that's the experience you want, the Norwegian Epic Haven is one of the better setups we've seen.
And we're heading to the upstairs of the Haven area. It overlooks the pool. This is such a beautiful area. Oh, good Lord, look what I found up here. What are you doing?
Pretending to live the life.
Pretending to live the life. This is not our tax bracket. And this, my friends, is the Haven. When I'm in another tax bracket, we'll think about it.
The top of the ship is the sun deck. It's very hot, it's very quiet, and very private. Good views of the water slides from up here, and the Vibe Beach Club is up here as well, which is Norwegian's adults-only paid private area. One thing worth noting before you book it though, the Vibe Beach Club on Epic does not have a swimming pool, so if pool access is part of why you'd pay for it, that's very important context.
Here is a mini cabin tour. Stevie, what are you doing?
I wanted to be part of the video. I thought it'd be funny.
If you were face down, passed out.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
And now for our cabin. We are in a balcony accessible cabin, and storage-wise, this ship definitely delivers. You get 3 full closets, good drawer space, shelving behind cabinet doors for clothes. Charging ports are consolidated near the makeup area, which is actually really convenient. The balcony is a good size, especially solid for an accessible cabin. Now, the thing that gets talked about most with Norwegian Epic cabins, the bathroom layout. The sink is inside the cabin itself, not actually in the bathroom. So you brush your teeth at a vanity in the main room, and your shower towels are technically outside the wet area. In a non-accessible cabin, the toilet and shower are each in their own separate capsule inside the room. It's a really unusual setup, I'm not gonna lie. Norwegian only built one Epic because this layout was not well received by guests. It's not terrible to live with, but it's definitely worth knowing before you book so you're not caught off guard.
Okay, that wraps up our tour of Norwegian Epic, except for the Vibe Beach Club, which we could not get into. We couldn't gain access to that. This ship is not so bad. I read so many negative feedbacks about how they only made one because the layout is so terrible and a lot of corridors end and you got to go up steps to go down and the decks don't go all the way across. That's not really entirely true. Deck 5 doesn't go all the way across. It's blocked off. And a lot of ships have that issue. Virgin Voyages, you run into corridors when you're staying on the guest services deck. I think that was deck 5. We ran into that on World America, ran into some brick walls, and even on Oasis class ships, deck 6 doesn't go all the way through. So unless you go inside interior where the cabins are. So it's not that uncommon. If you book this ship, you're gonna have a great time. The ship is great.
Yeah, I agree completely. Everything that she said. The only thing that I would like to add to that, what makes a good cruise is your ports and what you make of it while you're cruising. So any ship could be a good ship or it could be a bad ship. I think that this one particularly, though, is a good ship, and everything that we have done so far has proven that.
Yeah, and for our first Norwegian cruise, I think it's great. We don't have to sign for drinks if you have free at sea. They gave us champagne and strawberries in our cabin. I have no idea why. Everything's been fun. The entertainment's been good. The food's been good. The service has been fine. Everything's great. So I highly recommend this ship if it's got good ports. It's not too old. It's fine. If it's a port-intensive vacation and you're getting on and off a lot, you're going to be very, very happy with Norwegian Epic.
All right. So what do we say at the end?
Thanks for soaring with us. Stick around. We've got a lot of content coming up with our Mediterranean cruise, so please like and subscribe.
So that flight crew is Norwegian Epic, and here's our honest bottom line. The layout quirks are definitely real, but they are overstated in the reviews. The Epic isn't uniquely bad for that. What she is a solid ship with a lot of entertainment variety, strong included dining options, and a pool deck that works better if you're strategic about it. If you're doing a port-intensive Mediterranean itinerary like we are, and you're off the ship most days anyway, you're going to be very happy here. We've got a lot more coming from this Mediterranean sailing, all of our ports of call, the full Norwegian Epic vlog, our time in Paris and Rome, and then we're off to Mexico to explore some more all-inclusives. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our adventures, and we'll see you on the next one. On behalf of our entire flight crew, thanks for soaring with us.